Welcome to Grizz's workshop. This great lummox is Grizz.
Not an expert or an exemplar of safety.
Continuing my bird sculptures for my exhibition, I decided to make a bigger sculpture. One of the biggest birds around the marshes of Clyde is the bittern. A shy bird, it's rarely seen and even less so on the ground. It hides in the reeds and the males make a loud booming sound in the spring. It's a large bird. I needed a lot of material. All that I had in the shop that would fit the bill was scraps of plywood. Also, building in hardwood would be quite expensive. Aesthetically, however, sheets of plywood glued into a block can produce a nice pattern and show a topographical-like view to the side. I had different qualities of wood, even though the core of plywood is often the same quality throughout. A different thickness and a hardwood ply gave the block a spectrum of brown overall. I start off by cutting the first profile in 9mm stock, and then another 3 times, screwed and glued this core together, hoping that the epoxy would fill any gaps and also give another shade of brown.
Remember why I left in the first place? It's to save you.
All I know is Martinez is going to try and kill you in the past.
You still think Ben is Ziria's last lead?
I'm getting nothing.
Where are you, Ben?
I removed the screws and added smaller pieces that I cut out to bulk out the middle section, which is much wider than the centre. And then I again glued it with epoxy and put a large weight on top to hold it all in place. Now fully cured, we move over to the super jaws. This is perfect for this. I try to skim off any corners with my reciprocating saw. Then I come back with my cup saw disc on my angle grinder. Those two are now permanently fixed in place. I had to buy a separate angle grinder because I can't afford to cut either away. The disc is awesome and does the bulk of the shaping. The rest of the footage is lost. I moved on to the flat disc sander and a random orbital sander to complete the work. The bittern needed a leg to stand on. I have some steel tube picked out for the task. Before cutting to size, I decided to add a bend so I could use the additional length as more leverage. I used a blowtorch to heat the steel and it bent very easily. I cut to size and then made the corresponding holes in the bird and the base. Base is a marsh floor scene with bits of old wood and epoxy. I used a blowtorch to pop any bubbles, and instead of turning it off on this occasion I turned it on full blast, which adds a little extra drama to the occasion. But be careful with your tools, please, people. Here's the finished bird. I did lots more off camera, but it's crunch time as my exhibition is getting close. I'm pleased with the plywood effect. Do you like the look? Let me know below. Thanks for watching.
See you next time on Grizz's Workshop.